Now, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi also inaugurated the Raisina Dialogue 2025 in New Delhi on Monday. New Zealand Prime Minister Prasar Luxon joined the inaugural session as the chief guest and delivered the keynote address. India's premier conference on geopolitics and geoeconomics aims to address the most challenging issues facing the global community. Jessica Taneja has more.
Of this year's Raisina Dialogue, Prime Minister of New Zealand Christopher Luxon lauded India's progress over the past decade, underscoring its economic growth, poverty eradication and technological advancements.
India that have a significant role to play in the Indo-Pacific region. In an increasingly multipolar world, India's size and geostrategic heft gives you autonomy. For at a time when democracy is in decline with less than half the world's adults electing their leaders, it truly is an inspiration that 650 million Indians turned out to vote last year in the largest election in history. Your national election is a triumph of logistics, but it's also a triumph of legitimacy. We want to live in an Indo-Pacific where countries are free to choose their own path, free from interference. A region where no one country comes to dominate. And it is a sign of the times that I have to stand here defending respect for sovereignty, yet New Zealand's approach is increasingly shaped around that objective.
The annual conference on geopolitics and geoeconomics is bringing together over 3,500 participants from approximately 125 countries, including ministers, former heads of state, industry leaders, and experts from leading think tanks. Over the course of these 3 days, conversations will be held in various formats over 6 thematic pillars: politics interrupted, shifting sands, and rising tides, resolving the green trilemma: who, where, and how, digital planet, agents, agencies, and absences, militant mercantilism, trade, supply chains, and the exchange rate addiction, the tiger's tail, rewriting development with a new plan, and investing in peace, drivers, institutions, and leadership. As the world investigates unprecedented shifts in the global landscape of power and influence, the emergence of new actors is reconfiguring old relationships and creating new ones. The next few days' discussions will interrogate the powers and processes that are central to the evolving global geopolitics of our time. With Jessica Taneja, Amit Mukherjee for DD India.
Well, let's find out a little bit more about the Raisina Dialogue this time around with my colleague Amritpal Singh joining us live from the newsroom. Hi Amrit, what sort of a forum is the 10th Raisina Dialogue hosted by India proving to be, considering the prevailing geopolitical environment where even the prospect of ending a war is leading to greater unease than ever before? Amrit, can you hear me? It seems that Amritpal Singh is unable to hear me at the moment. We will take a quick break. In fact, we have another conversation here which Amrita had a little earlier in the day. It's with United Kingdom MP Lord Karan Moria, who's hailed the renewed India-UK free trade agreement negotiations. Take a look.
I have with me Lord Karan Moria, who's a Member of Parliament of the United Kingdom, is here in New Delhi to participate in the Raisina Dialogue. Lord Moria, many thanks for speaking to DD India. Where do you see the India-UK negotiations on FTA going?
India is only the 12th largest trading partner of the UK. It should be one of the top 3. So what I say is this: sign the FTA. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Keir Starmer, I implore both Prime Ministers to sign the FTA. When that's signed, we will see a turbocharging of trade, business and investment between our countries. And I want to see that trade of $50 billion double to $100 billion.
But do you think that the political leadership, the present political leadership of both countries has put enough political weight behind the FTA?
Very much so. The business secretary from the UK was here shortly. Minister Piyush Goyal has been personally involved in negotiations. Both sides want to do it. The Foreign Secretary and Foreign Minister, we call a Foreign Secretary, your Foreign Minister, Jayashankar. Dr. Jayashankar, when he was in England, said very clearly, it's soon that the FTA will be signed. So the intention is there on both sides to get it done. We just need to get it done.
All right. You mentioned Dr. Jayashankar was there in the United Kingdom. One concern that India has, during his visit, we saw, Khalistani separatists trying to launch an attack on that. We've seen that on the Indian High Commission there. The increasing radicalization and the space that the West gives to, characters like these is a matter of concern for India.
Let's look at the attack on the Indian High Commission that happened some time ago. Completely unacceptable. The whole of the UK was saying this is not right, this should never have happened, lessons have been learnt. Let's put in the context of the nearly 2 million people of Indian origin like me who live and work in the UK. We are the largest ethnic minority population in the UK, but more importantly, we are the most successful in every field, whether you look at business, whether you look at politics, whether you look at every aspect of life. The Indian community is reaching the very top. And the vast, vast majority of Indians in the UK love India, proud of India.
Lord Bilimoria, many thanks for speaking to us. So clearly, the role of the Indian diaspora in, furthering the relations between the two countries, the United Kingdom and India, is central to this relationship. And as the Member of Parliament from the United Kingdom was saying, that these incidents are far and few between, but they do not mar the relationship that is strong. Amrit Pal Singh for DD India in New Delhi.
All right, and on the subject of the Raisina Dialogue, which was the backdrop of Amrit's conversation with Lord Bilimoria as well, let me try and bring in Amrit once again. Now, Amrit, just let us know what sort of a forum is the 10th Raisina Dialogue hosted by India proving to be, considering the prevailing geopolitical environment, where even the prospect of ending a war is leading to greater unease than before.
That's right, Gautam. I mean, given that, Raisina Dialogue over the years has come to, become an important dialogue or a conference in global politics, in geopolitics, geoeconomics. It's very clear that given the participation of delegates from 125 countries, about 22 foreign ministers from around the world. So the issues that are confronting the world today, be it the war, or be it the ongoing conflicts, both in West Asia and in Ukraine, the role of the U.S. president in trying to get both the President Putin and Ukrainian President Zelensky on the table, and how the world views it, the trade, the tariff wars, the Indo-Pacific issue, as the New Zealand Prime Minister mentioned today in his keynote speech. These issues have become important issues, and Raisina Dialogue has emerged as an important forum where the world leaders, the opinion of the world is shaped there, and world leaders exchange views on that. So in that sense, it is an important forum. Gautam?
Certainly. And Amrit, New Zealand's Prime Minister Christopher Luxon also spoke about these issues in his keynote address. Now, what sort of a role does he see India playing under the prevailing circumstances?
New Zealand Prime Minister in his keynote address made it very clear that he sees India playing a very important role, especially in the Indo-Pacific. He said, be it from a security point of view, be it engagement with the economic framework, be it development in the Indo-Pacific, of the countries in the Indo-Pacific, or through the larger prism of collaboration between countries, especially in fields of technology, with AI, quantum technology, biotechnology emerging as transformational technologies. So he said that he sees India playing an important role. In fact, he reiterated New Zealand's long-standing position that India should have a seat at the UNSC as a permanent member. So clearly, as India emerges as a voice of reason, and an important voice of the global South, the world is taking notice of what India says and considers it very, very seriously. Look at the statements emanating out of the European actors saying that Prime Minister Modi's role in getting the two sides to shun war and not resolve it on the battleground but on the table clearly has found resonance. And so that is what we see coming not just from the New Zealand Prime Minister today during his keynote address, but the various other leaders and participating delegates that we spoke to at the Raisina Dialogue today. Gautam.
All right, Amrit. Thanks for joining us and talking about the Raisina Dialogue 2025.